Hello everyone, welcome back to more chess, playing 1510 as a black against Technic Ophies. Don't know what to do against d4 still, so we'll just push this pawn and then push some more pawns. No, we want to do this one, I think. Ooh, is this exciting? Wait, this is like the reverse Caro-Kann. I think I wasn't supposed to do this because now I've traded my center pawn for their c pawn. That's why you're supposed to go this way, maybe. I don't know. But I got my bishop improved a bit. Seems cool. I don't know. Yeah? My queen is a little overloaded at the moment, is why I'm supporting this with a pawn. And then we chase the bishop away? If I attack this knight, where can he go? Here? Or he can just go nowhere. Like, the pin's not that big a deal. There's this attack, I guess? They don't want to take with either pawn? But I think they'd be happy to push and thereby defend with the queen. And I would like to get out of this pin by castling, so... Or that doesn't get me out. The queen's still here. I'd like to castle, independently from wanting to get out of that pin. So we can try this, and then castle, and then maybe like rook here to defend the bishop so that I can move the knight. I don't know, I could just move the knight anyway, right? Once I have the bishop here. Knight here is a big nuisance that I can't do a lot about. Well, I can. But this gets in the way of my bishop. I feel like I should just be getting the bishop out there. I think they should make this push. And then I'll play this bishop move. And now their knight is in a pin. So that's nice. Okay. My bishop is under attack. I can try to maintain the pin, which would be okay. Sure. They have this kind of similar to what I've done. Now, do I have this? And then here? Taking away the bishop's ability to go to this square? Not really. Because when they take, my knight will be dead, right? So that doesn't seem very good. But I could go here first, attacking this knight. I want to like do something with this bishop before this happens, but I don't think they're really keen to play that. They just want to discover an attack on me, right? Like we have a similar position going on here, and I feel like whoever strikes first gets something cool to happen, but I don't really quite see it. Like takes. Now a knight move maybe here attacks an undefended bishop. But the bishop can just back up, and that seems fine for white. If this threatening here, it's still not like really much of a threat. I love the idea of doing this first, but then the knight is actually pinned, so it doesn't seem that great. Maybe I think I can just castle. I think whatever attack is going on here doesn't work, and it won't work for them either. Like if they want to blow things up with g4, I just don't think that works. So I'm not going to try to defend against it somehow. Not going to preemptively retreat with my bishop or cash him in or whatever. Okay. And I think I'll just like get another piece involved. He can't do anything super great. Here, I don't know. It just like doesn't do anything. They probably trade the bishop, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they trade knights. I don't like that very much. Makes this pawn tough to hang on to. So I can bring the knight back here with this idea, maybe? And in the meantime, get rid of this... resolve this bishop issue. I don't know. This feels wrong, but I'm not sure what else I was supposed to do. Okay. I mean, I could trade like this, but I don't presently feel a need to. I don't know. This knight is stupid. Right, I took away the one square he could develop to. What if I tried to make a pawn break here? That's kind of a cool idea now that my bishop is available. I don't know if I want that. My pieces are not as developed, actually. Yeah. Well, I guess I can get this knight here and then put this one here. Like if I play knight c4, I'm attacking this pawn, but I can be kicked away like so. I do have this move to get deep, deep, deep into white's territory, but they just attack me and I have nowhere to run, so it doesn't work. So I think this move is a non-starter just yet, but I can at least get a knight here, and now my minor pieces are at least all off the back rank. I don't know. For some reason, I guess, like, why did I really move the knight here to begin with? The tension over here made me feel nervous, but not for any specific reason. I could have just, like, tried to develop this knight and probably been happier. Leave this guy where he was. I kind of spent 2 moves putting my knight somewhere where he's not going to be very useful anytime soon. Okay. So it's looking like the C file may open up. Or possibly the E file? If my opponent tries pushing a pawn at some point? Or both, actually, because I don't think I would capture after e4. I would just hang on to it, and then after takes, takes. And so you would want major pieces on both of those files, probably. Ooh, really? I mean, we can't just take here. I mean, I guess I could. They could grab this. I don't really want. I don't know. Here, the queen gets to a great spot. I don't really think I should invite her forward. I should play this. Bishop takes, presumably. And then my bishop is still, like, a little bit stuck, but I can back him up to here. Yeah, this knight sucks right now. I'm happy to trade him. And if they take here, fine, I have to move the knight, but they're not getting to improve the queen. I don't know. I guess the problem is if I go here, there's still this idea, and I don't really have any follow up to it. I guess I can hang out over here, maybe? Yeah, I mean, this is not ideal. Actually, I don't mind going here. Just bring the knight back. Why not? Um, takes is not so bad, right? It opens up this for me immediately and gives my king a nice little shelter. What a reroute, huh? Didn't he go like he was here and then he went like this and this, and then I brought the other knight in like this. Oops. Like, look at these. I spent 5 knight moves to accomplish what 2 would have done. It's just horrible. And I don't think I was really accomplishing anything with the in between moves. I just gave my opponent 3 free turns to develop some kind of attack. Are they gonna try to just like charge at me? Maybe here. Maybe. It seems kind of cool, actually. I could actually have played pawn here first, but then my knight doesn't really have anywhere to go after the bishop returns. He can go here, but again, that just gets kicked, and then... maybe that would have been a good thing to aim for. This is not such a bad square. There's pieces defending it at the moment. They might prefer to do other things, though. Like, really, this is where my bishop wants to live. Anyway, here's the position at the actual game. Yeah. Just some developing move, huh? I think I want a rook here. I don't know. Now this capture is not as appealing. I guess maybe I should have brought this rook over instead. I can't really do anything with my queen. Because if here there's this bishop move, and they're just staring daggers right at all the places she can go, she'd have to just go straight home immediately. Unless I did something wacky like this pawn push, maybe, supported by the queen. I'm sure there's some easier rebuttal to that. It does not have much support. Well, I don't know. It would have had this rook. But anyway, putting the queen here is not like that high a priority because she still can't go anywhere from there anyway, even if I manage to stop her from going back home. I guess now this is a bit more of a threat because this pawn here would be in danger if they tried to kick it. Maybe that's what I should have done last move. And it frees up my queen to get in here. I like that a lot better. So this, maybe? Doesn't presently work. And I just got this insane outpost from my knight, right? This has got to be something good. Like, he's untouchable there, except by the light square bishop. And now suddenly the fact that they have a rook gazing down this file is a lot less exciting, even if they could get a pawn break in. Obviously, this pawn move isn't good right now, but it could be after a bit of preparation. Okay. So this is fine. I kind of just want to, like, get the queen up there. And then maybe this bishop sack is going to do something. Probably not. I want to get rid of these bishops. I want to do it something with my knight. He sucks so much. I could try rerouting him to here. That's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. Probably I should make some pawn move, but I don't see what. None of it seems very good. Well, let's just reroute the knight. I've got a lot of pieces staring at the queen side, and my opponent's pawns are somewhat weak over here. So let's try to bring more pieces in. Also, maybe worth pointing out is that here eyes up this square, which is my opponent's best outpost. Oh, you know what? What about this square? This is kind of weak, isn't it? So they like try bringing the queen in. I don't think they can quite do that at the moment. I would have a move like this probably. And then maybe a follow-up fork, if I were very, very lucky. But they are threatening like some pretty unpleasant stuff here. Just one step, huh? So I think this is still fine. Maybe even here to attack the bishop. So many knight moves this game. Have I said that already? We've moved the knights a lot of times. My opponent seemed to have a plan in mind for the pawns, which I don't really have. Sorry, bumped the table again. Okay. But this is now a great spot for a bishop. I think so. I don't know, I guess this? You really want to commit to that, I suppose. Yeah, maybe that's actually great. It makes your bishop so weak. Or, I don't know, not weak. It makes this square weak. The bishop can move, but the square can't, obviously. Ah. Yeah, I think I'm just inviting this pawn move and then running away, which sucks. I'm pretty sure it doesn't make me happy to have these pawns deep in my position. My thought was like, hey, let's stop them from capturing here because we have this, right? But they have other stuff to do. Interesting. So on this square, I have two knights and a rook. They have two minor pieces and a queen. So I can't really gain anything by attacking it. All right, let's get rid of this bishop first. Right? Or this? I really want to target this pawn, but I'm not, like, I don't see a way to do that. This doesn't really work. Prep this first, I guess, maybe? I guess they're planning this and, like, my bishop will just be shut in. I'll have to go here and then here. Go all the way back home. Still isn't really great. Yeah, now maybe I can make space for my bishop here. Which is much more useful. I wonder if they're considering just sacking the bishop because I don't want to capture here, really. My kingside would be devastated. I don't know. I'd be okay with it if I won a bishop, so... Like, I'm pretty sure I could manage something. I have a few pieces over here. The rooks aren't yet breathing down my neck. Every time I say that, I get a little confused. Like, is it down my neck or down my throat? Let's look that one up. Breathing down my neck was the autocomplete. Neck has 221 million hits. Yeah, so about 3 times as popular as throat. And apparently back is a thing people say? Actually more often than neck? Are you kidding me? I don't know. Anyway, so I think I don't want to make that trade because it's just a trade, and I get my kingside ruined. And well, do I though? I actually get these pawns more advanced. I guess the queen just comes in and eats them all up, right? Okay, so we have to back up, alas. And I'm just like, none of my pawns have moved at all far across the board. My opponent has way more space than I do. My pieces can't really go anywhere, and I can't seem to target any of the weaknesses that they've created with all these pawn pushes. Wait, what if I just went here, attacking this bishop? It's supported. I could have done that. But I think he would have stepped back, and then there'd be this, and I'd be in trouble. Okay. I guess I could have backed up here if that happened. I I gotta do something with my rooks, but I don't know what. How do I attack this pawn? Here? That actually seems something. I get to open up the queen side at least a little bit no matter what they do. Although I guess if here I probably wouldn't capture because this is a very important duty that my pawn has. Yeah. In that case, I would just have to, like, I don't know, bring another knight in. Ah, no. Then I could grab this pawn if I wanted. And I this is a great square for a knight because it supports this. So if I ever have to trade this knight off, for example, for the light square bishop, um, I can renew my presence on the c4, which is maybe my greatest asset. Getting to e4 would also be great, but at the moment there's a knight watching over it as well as this bishop. Ooh, is that... What is that sack doing? Takes... Takes? And my knight is under attack? That's interesting. My bishop... Wait. Yeah, he is under attack. But this? Might be hard to maintain this pawn, I suppose. I mean, I don't think I can just let them take the pawn and walk away. I have to recapture and see what they have in store. I assume it's this. And then I have to backtrack with the knight. But I don't think it's so sad to backtrack with the knight. To here? Oh, there's this though? Not really. Okay, but they've torn apart my support for this square. And I'll have to work to get a pawn guarding it again, and probably I won't be able to do that anytime soon, actually. But what about this? Threatening to support the knight again? It's probably better to just get a rook on the open file, right? No funny business. I can play this later. I could have just taken the pawn, huh? This one? That would have been pretty good. Didn't really see that. Also, I now don't have any clear way to defend this guy. Let's get the knight in here. That's a big threat. This idea. I guess they... No, they can't take the pawn. The queen's not on that diagonal. And this is still a good spot for a knight. This looks insane. What is the queen doing? Like, where is she going to go that's safe? I'm double attacking this pawn. I'm attacking this bishop. The queen has to leave the file, the rank. I love it. I think I just win the bishop. Like, there's nowhere she can go that defends it. It is a very bad bishop right now, so it's not a humongous victory. But it also gives me a rook on the third rank. I don't see anywhere that she can go that has much tempo. Maybe here, so she picks up a pawn in the end? Fine. And she doesn't even. I'm defending this. Let's pre-move so that if they make the mistake, they'll know that I disrespect them enough to believe they would make the move. Okay, looks like that's not what's going to happen. My rook might need a little bit of rescuing, but there's always this c whatever c3 square to maneuver on. Yeah, I mean, or this one. Let's grab a pawn. Yeah, this rook's not going anywhere good. Look at this bishop. He's majestic. Untouchable and guarding my pawn. Incredible. Good work, bishop. I think I should tie this pawn down while I can. Stop him from going any further. No. I mean, this is fine, actually. The queen doesn't even have a check after this. Oh, she can take this, though. I see. Let's step up. And then defend here. I guess I should have stepped up to here so that... hang on. Don't they have some tactic here if knight takes? This is a move I'd like to play, but this capture comes with check, so it doesn't actually work. Okay, get out of the way and then try that? Yeah, you can't recapture now. Actually, I'm not sure this is really working out for me. Like, yes, I get to trade in a queen, sorry, a bishop and a rook for the queen after this. But I did just lose a knight to make it happen, so... Okay, they're just not going to take the knight. Check. Seems good. I don't mind losing that knight, I think. I mean, I could just move him, but there's not really any great places to put him. I don't know, I probably shouldn't just throw away a knight. Let's just hang out over here. Sure, he seems pretty safe there. And he's somehow contributing to the defense of my king. I assume they want to play a move like this soon, but... Like, right, if a queen gets here, it's checkmate, but I just choose not to allow that, is my plan. Oh, also the knight is guarding it, so it's not even checkmate. Look at that knight. What a beast. I don't know, somehow this game turned from, like, not at all good to insanely great when they let me get the rook in. Like, I think that was the only turning point. Everything before that was bad, and everything after that was good. Let's have a look at that move again. I maybe should have done this sooner. No, I didn't have a rook there yet, so it wasn't so amazing. I don't know, it might have been because... No. That doesn't really matter, but after this, I think I'm still behind. But not by a lot. I think it's probably like -1. Sorry, +1 is what I meant. Oh, right, no, because they went in for this sack and they're behind material, right, at the moment? Right, I have 2 minors instead of 1, so they have like 2 pawns for the piece. Right, this is... I forgot about that, so... they went in for this, and I think that was maybe the first turning point. Yeah, they're at +1. Now it's -1. This is the capture. And yeah, oh, interesting. Yeah, this is better. Of course this is better. Just defend the knight. He's in the square you want him to stay in. Right? Then if it takes, you can back up, but like, okay. Now they get to trade the knight in for the bishop. If you do this, they have to choose whether to get rid of this bishop or to take care of the defender of this square. By moving the knights in the other way, you give them kind of the best of both worlds. They didn't take it, so it transposed back to like to this. Yeah, right. Should have taken the pawn. Notice that later. Although it says actually don't bother. Just play f5. What? Oh, to create this support structure, maybe? And if they take en passant, you get this discovery? Or maybe this instead? Oh gosh, this even comes with check. Are you kidding me? How could I be so bad? Okay. Well, it turns out that this was not the turning point. It was great, right? It went from -4.3 to like a lot worse. Yeah, it says just give up the queen. Everything else is worse. Not quite sure why. Like, suppose this. We take the queen, they take the rook. I guess because, okay, this way they lose like 4 points of material, right? They lose a queen who's worth 9 for a rook who's worth 5, whereas the other way they lose only 3 points, a bishop. But the bishop is like... Well, the bishop is awful. So it's even worse. It's not as bad as losing 3 points. It's losing like a terrible piece, right? I was thinking that also... like, it's also true, though, that my rook is insane. And so, you know, this approach, at least they get rid of my rook. But also their bishop is garbage, and so, like, losing it is maybe not as bad. I don't know. There's some trade-offs. Apparently... Oh, did I miss something big here? I saw a large number flash by briefly, but I guess Stockfish just hadn't finished calculating. Okay, and it doesn't actually like rook here. It's just bring in the knight. It says, don't worry about your rook. He's untouchable. Just start bringing in more pieces. Wow. And they get to get rid of my rook, but fine. And now, I don't know, everything just seems groovy. Sure, you could bring in the knight further, but I thought this was a nice spot for him. I didn't really... I didn't want to make him vulnerable. I don't know, this is probably fine. This bishop is anchored in, and I don't know, like, it's really hard for them to collaborate to attack this even twice. So, yeah, sure. And it stops them entering. Okay, fine. You're right. I should have done it. Now, it was considering queen here momentarily, but changed its mind? Because it's still fine. Okay, everything's fine here, except that king move, which is garbage. I kind of would prefer this, but apparently that's even worse. Okay. I was just kind of scared of them breaking apart my structure and coming in here, and... I know a queen by herself is going to have trouble checkmating, but I thought something bad might happen to me, so I wanted to get rid of some of the pawns in the area and make my king a bit safer. And it says you can actually do this. Well, probably not king takes, probably queen takes, right? Sure. Attacking this pawn, making this threat. And I now went in for this when I should have done it last move. Mate in 15, gotcha. No, mate in 9. Here's what I don't understand. It seems like really simple to backpropagate, like, oh, we looked at the next move and we found mate in 9. So this one can't be any worse than mate in 10. But it actually like doesn't seem to do that sharing somehow. It has to recalculate from this position and get a little bit deeper and then realize, oh yeah, this is mate in 10. Huh. There goes my checkmate. Yeah, I mean here, I don't know. Why is this so great? It says king here, but then we obviously get this with check, which seems nice. Why not king here? I don't know. Apparently we just bring in the rook now. Ah, now this is a bigger threat. I see. Okay, anyway, that it's enough gloating. Let's like show me what I actually should have done differently. Oh, is this my opponent's first game? 1500 question mark? Oh my god, it was. They signed up to Lichess today and then played against me. How exciting. All right. So actually not any huge blunders. A mistake here, I assume is what the mistake was, yeah. Bishop here, huh? I didn't like this capture. Yeah, I thought about... Was this, I had not yet, like, done this whole bishop here and then back thing. I could have tried this, but I think they just back off with the bishop, and then, like, soon enough this comes, and I feel sad, so I don't think that's the right idea. Maybe this capture is just good somehow? Knight here attacks this bishop and also this pawn? But this? Well, here, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so what's the big deal here? I mean, you know, it's okay. After it's thought a little bit more, it sees a lot more excitement with this move, and I don't know. I mean, my move is bad, but not the kind of horrible move that I'm used to getting schooled about. So, I don't mind. Why is like this not a problem? We just take the bishop, takes, and like I got rid of an annoying bishop in exchange for a weak knight, I guess. Oh, it was the only bishop that could assault this square, too. That's true. Okay. There you go. That was my mistake. Amazing. What is this like? You can actually do a voice chat with your opponent? That's interesting. Might have been useful when I was playing my dad, but probably not. We were just on the phone. Anyway, let's do a Puzzle Storm. We like Puzzle Storm. I'm black. Check and take the rook. Check. Mate? Yeah, that was checkmate. This is not defended enough. This seems like checkmate. This seems great. Win the rook. This seems sufficiently protected. This? What does this do? It wins the rook, that's what. This seems great. The rook. What? What do I do here? Is this check something? I don't think so. Excuse me? There's a check here, but I don't quite see where it's leading. Apparently they have to sack the queen. Hang on. Can I not do this? Yeah. Okay, don't like that puzzle. Checkmate. Queen here. Oh, I see, all the way back here. Bishop blocks, though, and then? Then here? I see. We probably better check and win the bishop. Check? Yeah, and now we have this. This seems good. Take here and then the rook. What is this check accomplishing? Not sure. There's this attack. Oh, I see. We get this in the end. Seems good. I didn't actually check that the queen was without a square, but it seemed important. This is a big, big threat. What am I doing about this? Ah, yeah, the queen is trapped. That time I did check. We actually go here, sack the queen so that the rook can recapture. This queen check is not really working. Ah, of course, pick up the queen. This wins the bishop. This seems good combined with the rook, but apparently wasn't. Here? Ah! Alright. So what was wrong with this puzzle? I thought with the rook behind this might be good enough to do something, but there's a queen here as well. I see. I could just pick up a pawn, but doesn't seem to be a very great idea. Ah. Can I chase the queen away from defense of the rook, maybe? My queen's under attack, so it's unlikely that an exchange like this would be especially great for me. Arrows are hard, but you guys know what I mean. So we're looking for a forcing move that I can make with my queen. We already tried the only check she has. Oh, you know what? You know what's more forcing than check is a mate in one threat. We go up here. What do they do about that? King can't move. And no piece can be brought in to defend here, huh? They just have to, like, check me. And then... I don't know what. Give up? No, they can... apparently defend now, somehow. Oh, by checking the king and then getting the queens off, I see. So this rook check wasn't just like a delaying move. It attracted my king to g7. I see. Cool puzzle. Alright, well, that's not too bad. Except for the one puzzle that I hated, which I'm not going to hunt for this time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.